Recently I was reading about in one of the newspapers about a university project in Orissa, a university specially being created exclusively for blind and visually impaired people. On the face of it, it sounds like a romantic idea, a great idea, where in the world where access is a problem and a challenge, having an exclusive university or a college or an education system sounds interesting and great. But I think there is a lot of challenges, a lot of issues here. Number one, when you're talking about an exclusive university for the blind, you are actually packing blind people into a ghetto. People, we live we are a social animal. Human beings are social animals. We live in a society. We engage with people. Now, if for the first 24 years of life, blind people are going to be living in a blind school and then into a blind university, when they come out, they would be about 24 or 25. And it would be difficult for them to get into the mainstream. Number two, I do not know whether a university that's exclusively meant for the blind would attract good talent in terms of faculty. Going by the experience of blind schools in many parts of the country, they don't attract the best of talents when it comes to teaching staff, rehab professionals, special educators, technology people. It's not the best of talent. Let's not mince words here. Let's not, put things under the carpet here. It is a second-hand kind of treatment. The third thing is, traditionally we found that after class 8, blind people are not taught mathematics and science. The reason for it is the pedagogy for teaching blind people maths or science is not evolved. Teachers do not know how to teach or transfer knowledge in these two domains to blind people, because primarily mathematics and science are taught with visual aids. You write on the blackboard, you do experiments, of course today there is a thrust towards STEM education for the blind, but it's in a very nascent stage. People are trying to use technology to bring that in. But what I was trying to say was the tendency is that when a subject or some content is difficult, knowledge is difficult to transfer, it is compromised. An alternative subject is provided. For example, in schools, when mathematics could not be taught, blind people were taught music or handicraft. If that is the mentality with which we are moving forward, think of what might happen at the university when there are topics and subjects which are complex, where pedagogic support is not available. Then they will just say, let's not teach this, let's give them an alternative, by which you're diluting the education. The other thing is that when you create exclusive islands of education for the blind, other universities where blind people are being admitted today because of the 1% reservation, they will slowly start closing their doors and saying that if there are universities for the blind, I think blind people should go there. So it is going to be a situation where you are pushing blind people, though you think you are providing them with education and higher education and so on, but unwittingly you are actually pushing them towards the margins. Is that something that we want?